Today we're working on the third movement from 6 Miniatures for Viola and Piano by Violet Archer from Solos for the Young Violist by Barbara Barber. Welcome back. Welcome to the studio. My name is Cassie and I'm a professional violist and teaching artist. Today we're working on the third movement, Solemn Moments, from that 6 Miniatures piece. If you missed the previous 2 movements, check above. I'll post a link to those or in the comments below. And as always, if you want my fingerings and bowings, check Patreon. I post all of that and extra information there. We'd love to have you. So we're going to do a tutorial of this piece and then we'll do a playthrough. Let's get right to the scale that's at the beginning of the page. And again, this piece is about exploring modes or scales. A mode is just a type of scale. So we're going to play this Mixolydian scale. And basically, a Mixolydian scale is a major scale with a lowered 7th note. So instead of F sharp, we have F natural. So let's play that 1 note per bow. Open G. So that Mixolydian mode is, all the notes that we're going to use in the piece are from that mode. So let's get into the tutorial. There's not a lot of crazy difficult notes or crazy difficult rhythms in this piece. So we're going to work on our phrasing and our bow distribution. So starting at the beginning, there's an indication that says senza sordino, and these movements are supposed to be played one after the other. The previous movement, if you've worked on that, had a mute. So senza sordino means without mute or take your mute off. So make sure you do that if you're playing all these movements one after the other. Starting at the beginning, we've got a mezzo forte, so I'm going to be in the middle of my bow. Now I'm going to drop my elbow slightly to get these double stops, and I want to make sure that I don't have my arm too much on the D string, because then I won't hear the notes that are on the A string, and those are the melody notes. So make sure that you're dropped far enough so that you hear a little bit more of the A string notes. Now stay in the upper half here. Don't use a lot of bow. Because the next thing's piano. A little bit more bow here. Stay in the upper half. Now it's quiet, piano. Drop to the A string. Now a lot of bow on this up bow. Now save really slow bow. So as I said before, there's not a lot of crazy rhythms or bowings here, but it's a chance for you to really solidify your bow distribution, or essentially where is your bow and when. The other thing we can talk about in this is continuous vibrato. I made a video on that, which I'll post in the comments below. And I did an exercise in that in the previous movement. So we're going to take that first line of this piece and just focus on doing continuous vibrato. We're going to slow down the tempo a little bit. And we're going to really feel that transfer from one finger to the next. So at the beginning, we'll go 1, 2, vibrate. Vibrate again on the beat. Keep it going. Etc. So when you're practicing, I like to tell my students to focus on one thing at a time. So I really wasn't concerned about my bow distribution that time. I was more concerned about my vibrato staying continuous. What we don't want is a stop-start in between each note, and I'll demonstrate what that sounds like. Can also cause cause your bow to stop like it did mine. So you want to keep that vibrato as continuous as possible. And I know some fingers are easier than others to vibrate on, especially if you're just new to vibrato, but the goal is that your vibrato stays continuous throughout. So with that said, I think we're ready to do our playthrough. I'm going to set my metronome at 80. It suggests a half note equals 40, so I just doubled it. So this is our quarter note. I'll count to 4, and that will be the pickup. So I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and we'll begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I hope you found this video useful. If there's anything I didn't touch on that you're still having a few questions about, please post those in the comments below. I really enjoy trying to help from afar. Next week we'll have the following movement of this piece. It's 6 movements, so we're halfway through. And as always, thank you so much for joining me, and happy practicing.